hang up the phone. If they want money, hang up the phone. If they want an answer now, hang up the phone. A trusted institution will never call and ask for personal information or payment. Protect your information. Hang up the phone and report attempted fraud. Learn more or report at aging.nm.gov/fraud.
Sponsored by this station and the NMAA.
Cool 95.7.
Join us on Facebook at Cool957. The greatest hits of all time. Cool 95.
you'll get the personal attention you deserve.
Plus, our campus is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities and resources to support your learning journey.
Visit us online at nmjc.edu or stop by our campus to discover why NMJC is a smart choice for your education.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Hydrotech Services in Hobbs is seeking experienced CDL drivers to join the team. To qualify, applicants must possess a valid U.S. CDL and have a minimum 2 years driving experience. If you have a good driving record, Hydrotech encourages you to apply today at 310 Woolsey Lane in Hobbs. Hydrotech offers competitive hourly pay of $26, comprehensive insurance benefits for employees, and the advantage of being home every evening. For additional information, please contact Hydrotech 397-7741 or apply in person 310 Woolsey Lane. Hydrotech Services is an equal opportunity employer. Outlaw Grill, the perfect spot for family dinners and date nights. Craving something extraordinary? Outlaw Grill serves up delicious fire-grilled steaks, fresh seafood, and authentic Italian pasta, flavors you won't find anywhere else. Dine in or call ahead for a quick and easy gourmet meal in Hobbs, 575-392-2012, or the Eunice location, 575-942-2466. Proudly supporting Lee County athletics and academics, Outlaw Grill is your go-to for great food and community spirit. Special offer, mention basketball when you order and get 15% off your meal. Come taste the difference at Outlaw Grill today.
High school sports build character and responsibility. That's why Albertsons Market congratulates and encourages the area high school teams in their quest for a state championship, saying we're behind you all the way. You too can show your support for the Hobbs Eagles with Hobbs Eagles Black and Gold apparel. There's a large selection of Eagles shirts and caps to choose from at your Hobbs Albertsons Market. You're in for something fresh at Albertsons Market, corner of North Grimes and Venter in Hobbs.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. VR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles! NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat, and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores. side of the floor. The Sandia Lady Matadors under Lee Catting, also 29-1. They are number 2 in the state. It is the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. 1 versus 2, the two titans of New Mexico Class 5A girls basketball hit the hardwood here today at the Pit in Albuquerque. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing as we start this matchup. The teams being introduced out onto the court for your Hobbs Lady Eagles. They are the home team. They are in the home whites with the black letters and numbers and the gold accents. Your starters for Hobbs, it'll be the 5 that we are used to. It'll be number 4, Madison Zepeda, number 14, Brett Clay, number 15, Nakaya Mojica, number 20, Bryn Hargrove, and number 22, Kendall Cunningham. On the opposite side of the floor, the starters for your Sandia Lady Matadors will be number 3, Chloe Brown, number 13, Hope Giddings, number 14, Audrey Wright, number 24, Sydney Benally, who is their do-everything player and their 5th starter. As they'll bring her out, there we go, it'll be number 33, Nadia Randall. So that'll be what we see for Sandia. They are in the road blacks with the Columbia blue letters and numbers and the red trim. So the team's getting their final instructions from here at the Pit in Albuquerque, ready for what we hope is a fantastic game that culminates in the big blue coming home to Lee County, Dawn.
Yeah, and you know, in that first game of the year, Hobbs even then did a pretty good job of containing Sydney Benally. It was the other players, you know, who stepped up for Sandia and really performed, and then she really kind of came in toward the end of the game and poured it on. So Hobbs is going to need all their tricks, all their skills, everything they can, bring it today, worry a little less. What Joey Carpenter always says is they worry less about the other team than they do about themselves. So, and they use their defense to spark their offense. So those key things, if they've got those and they're playing their game and they're hitting their shots, especially perimeter shots, then we're going to see a good game and the outcome that the Hobbs Lady Eagles want to see out of it.
Certainly is what we want to see back here at the Pit on a Saturday afternoon with the Lady Eagles. Seems like since Joey Carpenter showed up, this has been where we have been living. So here we go, as taking the jump will be Randall and Cunningham. Championship basketball underway this afternoon from the Pit in Albuquerque, and the Lady Eagles will control the opening tip, and here we go. Hobbs going towards the north basket. Zepeda with it, hands it off to Hargrove, gets a great screen. Hargrove goes through the left lane, puts up the underhand bunny runner, no good. Ball loose on the floor, fight for it, and they're going to say jump ball, as fighting everybody for it is Bryn Hargrove. She gets the rebound, but on the tie-up by Benally, it'll go over to Sandia, so it'll be a turnover in the books for Hobbs. So the inbound comes to Benally. She'll get it to Giddings. Out near center court, still trapped up in the backcourt. Hobbs with the pressure defense and a bad pass, and out of bounds. Nobody home as that one goes 3 rows into the stands. So the teams trade turnovers, and back to the Lady Eagles. Mojica into Hargrove, as Benally comes out to guard Bryn just as she crosses the timeline. Hargrove to the right wing, gets a little screen, takes it to the right base, then has to toss it back out. Mojica goes over Giddings and gets it from the free throw line. Turnaround jumper, 15-footer up, no good. Battled for the rebound and goes out. Cunningham and Randall battling for it, and Kendall touching it last. Back to Sandia.
The good thing is the Hobbs ladies have had 2 games to find their range here. They just need to relearn that in this game quickly.
Benally up into the front court, will toss it off to Randall. She takes it into the left corner in front of the Hobbs bench. On the give and go, tries to get it to Wright. She'll collect it up, put up a shot, no good, and it'll be Cunningham with her first rebound. Kendall pulls the trigger on the outlet pass, gets it to Hargrove, who runs the point. Then she sets the screen top of the arc for Hargrove, and that one will stick in the rim. So jump ball, it'll stay Hobbs basketball. 3
looks at the basket for Hobbs so far. They've taken 3 shots, and they haven't sunk any of them. So still looking for both teams to break the ice here.
On the bright side, neither team has scored, as you just mentioned. So Hobbs is moving the ball pretty well, but it's been a pretty good job by Sandia to keep him from having just a complete free run.
Let's take that as a good omen. When the ref came up and unstuck the ball by hitting it, it dropped in the basket for Hobbs. We don't get to count it, but Let's hope it does count.
On the inbound to Cunningham. She takes it to the Mountain West logo in the high post, puts up a hook shot, and she's fouled. She'll head to the line and looking to the rafters here at the pit in Albuquerque. Audrey Wright gets tagged for her first personal, first team foul on Sandia, and Hobbs will head to the free throw line with Cunningham.
I believe it was that first game on Tuesday when Hobbs scored their first point of the game at the free throw line.
I think that is correct. First one up for Kendall, and she rattles it home, shooting over 60% from the line this season. Has definitely improved, and Hobbs strikes first in the championship game. 1 minute and 2 seconds have gone off the clock. Second on the way for Kendall, and that one falls off the right side. No good. Rebound by Benally. Benally into the front court, tosses over to Brown. Back to Benally, working on the left wing. Tossing it back out near center court. Ooh, almost a backcourt violation as Giddings will corral it just before it crosses the line. Hargrove on her tight, takes her to the right side where the handoff will come to Randall. Randall will cycle it back to between the rings. 90 seconds gone in this one. Hobbs leading 1-0. Coming near side to Wright, who averages 9 points a game. Gets pushed out by Cunningham in the high post. Has to toss it out to Randall. Now working it around again. Getting it to Randall. She'll take it to the right lane. She'll put up a spinner and up and in for Randall, and Sandia up 2-1. First bucket of the ball game for either team. Into the low post. That is Mojica. She puts up a wild runner. No good. And the rebound made by Giddings. That'll be her first. Back down comes Benally. She tosses left corner. 3 ball on the way, and that one is off the mark by Brown. But the rebound there to get that was Randall. She has back-to-back buckets. And now 4-1 in favor of Sandia.
Important for Hobbs to answer as quickly as possible and maybe go ahead, force a turnover, and get some points.
Hargrove with the double dribble as Benally tries to get a flop foul. Didn't get it, but it will be the second turnover for Hobbs. As running into the ball game, checking in early will be Aliana Armitage. Going to see significant time off the bench.
2 of 3 shooting for Sandia, 0 for 5 for Hobbs.
They've had the opportunities, just hadn't dropped yet, but only down by 3. 5:38 to go in the first. 4-1 in favor of Sandia. Bounce it over to Randall. She takes it to the right baseline. Long cross-court pass into the left wing. Move it to Benally. Back to Giddings, top of the arc. Armitage on her. Come back near side in front of the scorer's table to Benally. Zepeda on her. She'll have to hand it off. Gets it to Brown, who cycles it around. Back to Randall, who backs it up. Sandia just taking their time. Back into the corner to Giddings. She'll throw it to a wide-open Brown underneath, and she will score it. So a 6-0 run for Sandia as they completely lost Brown in the back door, and she took it home.
Yeah, they lost her.
Mojica double spin move, but she picked up the dribble, and she picked up the foot. Third turnover for the Lady Eagles. Coach Carpenter says, all right, let's talk about it. It's a 30, so we'll just keep it right here. 4:58 to go in the first. Sandia 6, Hobbs 1. Big thank you to our friends at Albertsons Market, Hobbs Rental, Outlaw Grill, Lico, IPS Incorporated, XL Energy in the coffee shop, just to name a few. You see them there on your screen. If you are watching the Scorebug on YouTube, Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, and of course here in their spots here on Eagle 100.5 and 1110 AM. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. So Hobbs coming out, they've had some looks, but they haven't gotten them to go yet, Dawn.
Yeah, and it's definitely tougher for a team coming up here, having to stay here all week, as opposed to Sandia basically having home games every game. And so Hobbs playing so well Tuesday and Wednesday. Then you have that day off, and then you've got to get your engine going again, even though I'm sure that they practiced yesterday and they shot around earlier. So just need to get it in gear, and when they do, hit high gear.
As Wright will inbound it to Benally. Benally takes it into the right lane, will leave it off for Randall. She takes it to the left block, and then she'll kick it out top of the arc. 3 ball on the way by Giddings. No good, and it'll be the rebound for Cunningham, her second. Kendall outlet pass near side to Mojica. Mojica, the little stop and go, goes behind the back. Step back 3 from the right wing, in and out. But Armitage is there with the reback, and then she is going to get fouled as she got mugged from behind by Giddings.
I like that reback. It's the rebound put back together. You said reback, and I think you may have just coined a word that Armitage maybe didn't get the bucket, didn't get it up, but may be able to sink it with the line.
Aliana 58% from the line, and they actually call that on Nadia Randall. So her first personal. Aliana at the line, misses the first one too hard. So Hobbs just 1 of 3 from the stripe here early. 4:39 to go as Mojica and Zepeda check out. Muniz and Sage checking in for Sandia.
And they will be in the blocks for Hobbs.
Second one on the way for Armitage is no good, and the rebound will be made by Randall. That'll be her second. Hobbs cannot buy a bucket here in the first half of the first quarter. Benally, long cross court pass to Brown, right corner for three. That one up, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Cunningham gets it over Benally.
Great. Third rebound for her in the game.
Kendall back down. Stop. Papa's shot from the left elbow, and good. Cunningham from 15 makes this a 6-3 ball game. Hobbs gets its first bucket with 4:10 to go here in the first quarter. Back down come the Lady Matadors with Audrey Wright. She'll take it all the way to the right baseline, goes through, and then cuts it back to the high post. No-look pass right into the hands of Randall, and she scores, and that'll make it 8-3 in favor of Sandia. Back down with Armitage. She'll take it on the right baseline. Gets pushed out to Cunningham at the free throw line. Spin move into the right block. Shot up, no good, and the only person there for the rebound is Randall. That'll be her third. Randall keeps it herself, crosses the timeline. Up to the top with Giddings, then throw the fastball into Benally. She loses it momentarily, gets it back, bounces it off the glass, and in on the right side. Benally with her first points of the ball game.
And Hobbs has got to find the range. Hobbs has got to get their balls to drop.
And Aliana Armitage back down the other way, gets run over from behind, gets steamrolled there by Brown. And wow, they're not going to call a foul on that. They're going to call out on Hobbs. Wow, fourth turnover for the Lady Eagles. Are you kidding me?
I guess it could be worse. They could have called Aliana for the foul.
I guess that's true. We'll take the ray of sunshine where we can get it. Benally to the front court, crosses over through the lane, hippity hop, and flashes through. Nobody guards her, and she takes it right to the hoop. And a 12-3 run to start the ball game.
3 minutes left in this first quarter.
Armitage tossing it out to Cunningham. Cunningham to Clay, working the left arc. She'll move it in, spin move as she goes to the high post. Now step back, shot up, air ball, out of bounds. And Hobbs just all kinds of out of sorts here, Dawn.
Yeah, they haven't been able to find the range and just getting the one shot to drop and 1 for 4 at the free throw line. They've just got to get it together, got to get it in gear here.
Inbound comes to Benally. She'll take it up the far sideline and cross into the Sandia offensive zone.
Yeah, Hobbs shooting 1 of 8 from the floor, not counting the free throws, and that's got to improve.
To right to Brown, back to Giddings. Giddings starts a run, but she's going to be pushed out by Clay.
They are a team that can come back.
Yes, they are, as Caitlin Muniz taps it, but Randall is right there to grab it off of the tip. Stays Sandia basketball to Benally. She gets Armitage up in the air, goes to the high post, then kicks it out to the right side for Wright. 3 on the way, no good, and it'll be Muniz with the rebound. Caitlin's first. Caitlin will keep it herself. Brings it into the Hobbs offensive zone to the front court, top of the arc. Randall picks her up there. She'll back it between the rings. Now get it to Cunningham, or rather to Clay. Turnaround from 18, no good. Ball loose on the floor, goes out, and last touched by Sandia will be Hobbs basketball as Kaya Benally will come in for Giddings. So 2 Benallys on the floor now. Hobbs basketball. Carolina Size will inbound it from left of her own bucket. Tosses back into Brett Clay. She goes against Randall, takes it through the right lane, hippity hop through and bounce it home.
There you go, her first 2 points.
Breaks the ice for Brett Clay, the Air Force commit, to Kaya Benally, who moves it to the Mountain West logo, then backs it up, 17-footer from the right slot, up and air ball out of bounds. Give it back to Hobbs.
Well, Hobbs is not the only one plagued with with some misjudging on that distance and air ball. So Hobbs, finally, it's starting to feel like they're a little bit in gear and they can bring it back. It was great that off the bench we got some energy, we got some fresh effort, and now let's get the starters and they're back out there.
Hargrove, Mojica, and Zepeda back in to the front court. It'll be the junior point guard. That's Zepeda. Goes to the right baseline, goes hard to the rack, and a shot up, no good. And Randall with the rebound, her fourth, and then a foul going to be called over the back.
Right, as one of the, I think it was Brown who complained that she said that she got an elbow in the nose and was holding that.
And I think actually they were just checking her for blood, so no foul called on it.
All right.
90 seconds to go here in the first. Sandia 12, Hobbs 5. Randall directs traffic, gets it into Benally.
It's a foot race.
That's Kaya Benally over to Randall, who flipped to the right corner. Now back out to Wright. Wright goes through, loses the basketball, but picks it back up on the baseline. Takes it left side. Dumps it out. It's a shot up, no good, and off the bounce. Brett Clay with it. She gets popped. She says, that's all right, I'll just keep it myself as she battles with Wright into the front court.
Yeah.
To Hargrove to Clay. Clay moves it to the right side, outlet pass to Mojica in the right corner. Mojica waiting for somebody to flash free. Gets it to Hargrove, who then gets it to Clay. Clay to Zepeda to Mojica. Brown on her. Mojica through the right lane, puts up the underhand scoop, no good, and it'll be the 5th rebound for Randall.
But better ball movement from Hobbs. They're finally finding offensive rhythm here.
47 seconds to go here in the first half. Kaya Benally underhands it to Audrey Wright in the left wing. Now bounce it back out to Randall, now to Benally. That's Kaya.
Just 30 seconds
Little
left.
crossover goes around Cunningham, then we'll dish it out. And Wright for 3, and that one's good from the right corner.
Her first 3 points of the game.
It makes it 15-5, a 10-point Sandia lead, 20 seconds to go. Little hesitation move by Clay and gets it stripped away by Benally. 5th turnover for the Lady Eagles. Benally goes behind the back. Clay takes a swipe at it. Can't get it. They'll hand it off to Brown. Takes it to the left baseline, uses up the dribble. Back to Benally. Benally to Benally.
Deflected momentarily by Zepeda.
And Benally will step back from the right side, and for 3, no good. And we have played a quarter here at the Pit in Albuquerque. Sandia 15, Hobbs 5. We're back in a minute. Lady Eagle basketball continues here on Eagle 100.5.
Conquer every challenge, from job sites to weekend adventures, with SunGuard Precision's rugged truck accessories. Choose from durable tonneau covers, spray-on bed liners, and more, all designed to protect your investment and elevate performance. SunGuard Precision is your ultimate one-stop shop for all things truck. Get equipped, get empowered. Visit SunGuard Precision today. Look for SunGuard in names and numbers, and find SunGuard Precision on Facebook and Instagram.
Rent-A-Center is a proud supporter of the Hobbs Eagles in both athletics and academics. Being an Eagle fan for many years, the team at Rent-A-Center knows what it takes: hard work and dedication. For all of your furniture needs, visit your friends over at Rent-A-Center. They offer free delivery and no credit checks. Se hablan español. Let Rent-A-Center improve your home with a couple of pieces of furniture. And Rent-A-Center of Hobbs, 2404 North Grimes in the Albertsons Plaza, is locally owned and operated. Rent-A-Center supports the Hobbs Eagles and says, go fight to win.
The Pit in Albuquerque. Sandia taking the early lead, 15-5 after the first quarter. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan. Sandia basketball as we start this second quarter of action. Starters back on the floor for the Lady Eagles and for Sandia.
Hobbs has got to dig themselves out of this hole early, not fall further behind.
Randall to Benally at the right elbow, then out to Wright. Right corner for 3, shot up, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Cunningham comes up with it, gets popped in the face, but she keeps control of it. Give it to Kendall, left corner 3 on the way. That one is in and out, and the long rebound brought down by Cindy Benally. That'll be her second. Benally with the little stop and go, takes it around Zepeda, and they will call a foul on Zepeda as she went around and bumped Benally. That'll be the first on Madison. That's just the first team foul on Hobbs in the whole game, and it is on the floor. And right now, Sandia just playing with a lot better energy than the Lady Eagles.
And hitting the basket. They're just hitting the target better.
Size waits to check in for Hobbs. There's a handoff to Brown. Brown back out to the logo Lobo. Handed off to Sydney Benally. Picks up her dribble. Comes back to Brown in the left wing. Now over to Wright. Into Randall at the right block. Around to Kaya Benally, and she'll go flashing through and around 2 Lady Eagles and up and in for the freshman. She's got her first bucket of the ball game, makes it 17-5 in favor of Sandia. Mojica to the front court, uses up her dribble. Then on the split give and go through the lane is Brett Clay, and up and in for the senior.
4 points for Clay in the game so far.
Hobbs back to within 10. Backcourt pressure on, and it's going to be muffed by Wright, but she'll hold it up as Zepeda goes sliding to the floor. Wright goes splitting through 3 Lady Eagles, puts up a wild shot, no good, and the rebound by Cunningham, her 5th. Kendall will bring it back down herself. Leave it off for Hargrove. Right slot for 3, and that one is off the mark. And it'll be Benally. That's Sydney Benally with the rebound. That'll be her 3rd board of the ball game. Bounce pass inside, and that one knocked away.
Yeah.
Brown battling with Mojica for it. Brown comes up with it. Give it to Benally. That's Kaya. Kaya goes around Clay, puts up the shot, and they'll count the bucket, and she gets the foul.
A little left-handed scoop from way down below her knees. Comes up with it, makes the basket, and unfortunately has a chance to make 3 the old-fashioned way.
They're going to call that on Brett Clay. It'll be her first personal, 2nd team foul on Hobbs.
You know, Sandia has punched Hobbs in the mouth. How you respond shows championship form. Hobbs need to come back. They can do it. A lot of basketball left to play.
Benally at the line for the and one, puts it up, and it is in. Now 20-7, a 13-point lead for Sandia, biggest of the ball game. Backcourt pressure from Benally. Clay will have to give it off to Hargrove, who gets it to Cunningham. Cunningham flashes through the left lane, puts up the little hook and up and in.
Wow, she's got 5 points in the game, 5 boards.
Left hook for Cunningham, gets it in. As you mentioned, 5 points, 5 boards. 9 points on the board for Hobbs. They've got to find somebody else and find her quickly.
Yeah, Sandia taking their time across the timeline. They were in the backcourt for a long time. They're not hurried. They're playing very unhurried ball here.
Into the deep left corner. That'll be Getting. She'll toss it into the arc. Then working around. Benally wide open. Top of the arc. NBA distance 3. Shot up. No good. And it'll go out into the stands. Coach Soria grabbing it over there in the student section and out of bounds. Comes back to Hobbs. Mojica into Hargrove, back to Mojica, backcourt pressure on. And pressure on the full court for Sandia. Mojica slips just as she crosses the Lobo logo.
Limped initially, but looking better now.
Might have just been one of those kind of shocker things as Clay sets the screen for Cunningham, but Sandia goes around it. Then to the left slot, in and out for Brett Clay, and flashing through everybody. Kaya Benally has her first board of the ball game.
And Hobbs has been doing good on the boards, but not offensive rebounds.
Move it through and around. That'll be to Randall from the right side. 3 ball up as Signs flops it, swats it, gets it into the hand of Hargrove, her second rebound of the ball game. Hobbs has had open looks. They're just not getting any of them to fall yet.
Yeah, they were 2 of 11 from the floor in their shooting in the first quarter.
Moving it around is Hargrove. Drives through. She'll put up the little left-hand push shot. No good, and it'll be Benally. That's Sydney Benally with her 4th board of the ball game.
Yeah.
Turns on the Jets, goes under, and throws it underneath and into the hands of Brett Clay. Brett cuts it off. Now Brett will bring it back. She'll spin in the right block. Have to cut it out as getting to her quickly was Giddings. Back to Clay from Cunningham to Size. Size as Benally switches off on her. Moves it over to Mojica with Benally, and Benally both keeping an eye on her. Mojica to the Mountain West logo, then takes it to the low post. Shot up, no good. And the rebound will go out of bounds. It'll stay Hobbs basketball.
Cunningham and Clay both had, brief opportunities to go for threes, and neither of them, felt like they had the range and they had somebody in their face, and they're second guessing themselves now, I think, on the 3-point shots.
Mojica and Armitage and Muniz back in for the Lady Eagles.
And some of that is because excellent defense by Sandia.
It is. Now the inbound will come to Muniz as Giddings picks her up quickly. Now to Mojica, right corner for 3. Shot up, no good. Cunningham with the rebound. That'll be her 6th. She'll turn around and put up a shot, and then she gets fouled. I hope that's on Benally, but it's probably on Brown. They'll call it on Brown. That'll be her first personal. First team foul on Sandia, and Cunningham back to the line where she's 1 of 2. Chance to try and chop this lead down back to single digits. 20-9. Sandia up, and still 20-9 as Kendall misses the first.
Hobbs just in a little bit of a slump here, but they can't afford to be slow all, the first half, and they've got 4 minutes, 4 seconds on the clock till half.
Second one up for Cunningham,
yes.
And she gets that one to go, so Hobbs gets it down to just a 10-point deficit, 20-10 in favor of Sandia. Inbound will come to Wright. She'll take it across against pressure. She walks about 474 steps. They call a push on Hobbs instead of a travel on Sandia. You got to be kidding, but we're not. They'll call it on Cunningham, her first personal. 3rd team foul. I mean, she started walking and running about the time she hit the timeline and was still running when she went through the lane.
By the way, Armitage and Muniz back in on the floor for Hobbs. And it's Cunningham and Clay in the front blocks for Hobbs. And the first one is good.
And they're going to say that was a shooting foul after, she basically walked 45 feet. The Hobbs fans are still signaling travel as Wright gets them both. She's got 5 in the ball game. Full court pressure on for Sandia. Inbound to Mojica, gives it to Clay. Clay will take it into the front court up the far sideline. Takes it to the left wing and then flashes into the Mountain West logo. High post shot up, 12-footer, no good. And it'll be Benally with her 5th rebound of the ball game.
They are denying Hobbs second looks at the basket.
Benally will hand it off to Giddings. Giddings drives through, gets swatted, goes hard to the floor, stripped away, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles get it. Good job by Armitage to a breaking Muniz, and Caseland up and in on the breakaway.
Yeah, that came off of a good deflection by Armitage, and Muniz up and in. First 2 points of the game for her.
22-12. Hobbs back to within 10. To Kaya Benally, who will back it up with Mojica on her.
Muniz kind of swats at it and briefly gets it away, but she got it back.
Wright will keep it herself. She takes it to the right side. Will take it to the right baseline, throws it into the middle and right into the hands of Kendall Cunningham. But then almost stolen away again. Ball loose on the floor. Clay will pick it up in the deep left corner. She'll turn on the Jets and bring it back down herself. Clay to Muniz, right slot, 3 on the way, no good, and nobody there to rebound other than Audrey Wright. That'll be her first for Sandia.
Hobbs with the one basket this quarter so far. Their shooting has just been so cold.
2:37 remaining in the half. 22-12 in favor of Sandia. Kaya Benally flashing to Wright from the right slot for 3. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Armitage with the rebound. Aliana second. She goes around 2 Sandia players, takes it to the front court, drives in hard, goes through the baseline, then into the left corner. 3 for Cunningham. That one off the mark, and it'll be Kaya Benally with the rebound, her second. One and dones down the floor seemingly every time this half.
But Hobbs trailing only by 10. They can make that up, especially if they get their perimeter shooting hot.
Yeah, if they do, they've had, I don't know, we'll see the official stats at halftime, but they've made
none. No
three-pointers
threes
yet.
At all. That's right.
And this is a team that sometimes lives and dies by the 3. Only 1 3 on the other side of things, too.
And one bucket this quarter.
1:43 remaining in the first half. 22-12, 10-point Sandia lead. Ankle breaker for Benally, and she goes in and gets the bucket and the foul. The freshman Kaya Benally, 7 points now, as they're going to whistle that on Cunningham. And she made a nifty little move. Credit where credit is due as she flashed through and makes it 24-12 and a chance for 3 the old-fashioned way. Benally 1 of 1 from the line, so her second chance at an and 1. Cunningham looks disgusted as she heads to the bench. The and 1 is up for Benally, and it is good. She's got 8 points all in the second quarter. 25-12, 97 seconds to go as the Lady Eagles have been all out of sorts, and then they'll call the push foul on Chloe Brown.
Yep.
Her second personal, just the second team foul on Sandia.
So it'll be on the floor, and Hobbs will inbound. That's going to be
Hargrove to inbound.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry, there's a computer screen in my way here. That's fine.
Checking back in will be Giddings as she comes in for Brown. So Hargrove from just to the left of the Sandia bench in the offensive end for Hobbs. Bounces it into Clay, gives it right back to Hargrove. Bren, top of the arc. Benally picks her up. To Muniz. Muniz, nifty little side step, gets a little room, puts up a 3-point shot, no good. And the rebound will be made by Benally. That's Kaya Benally, her third. Takes it down, bounces to Giddings, right block, puts up the scoop shot, no good. And the rebound by Muniz for Caseland, her second. Just hands it off in the backcourt and lets Hargrove bring it up. We click down towards a minute to go in the first half, and this one's been all Sandia. Hobbs cannot buy a bucket this half. Foul on Armitage, not called, as Benally mugs her. As Armitage takes it through the right baseline, and then she'll put one hard up off the glass and in.
Her first 2 points.
Yes, it is. 25-14. Hobbs back to within 11.
It's 48 seconds to go until half.
Benally to the front court. That's Sydney Benally. She works against Armitage, crosses over, flashes through the lane, puts up the shot, no good. Battle for the rebound, loose on the floor, and coming away with it is Brent Hargrove. Hargrove feeds it forward to a breaking Clay. Clay, a little ankle breaker, in and out, no good as she made a nifty move to get around Giddings, and then Giddings gets the rebound.
Wow.
How did that? It was 3/4 of the way down the cylinder and then popped out.
At least halfway in, yes.
And then timeout taken by Sandia. 26 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, or rather in the first half. It's just a 30. We'll keep it right here. Say a big thank you to Hydrotech Services, DNC Electric, Lasco Construction, NMJC, Eunice Pump and Supply, Rent-A-Center, SunGuard Precision, Thriftway and La Tienda Grocery Stores, and NMR Pipeline, making Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball possible here at the Pit in Albuquerque.
Well, Hobbs fans are stunned. We're stunned. And there's a lot of ground to make up. If there's a team that can do it, though, it's these Hobbs Lady Eagles.
Well, it certainly is. I mean, we're probably looking, if Hobbs is even going 50-50 from three, and they've got no threes in the ball game, if they're even going 50-50, they're probably up 35-25 in this ball game. They have missed, I don't know how many shots from beyond the arc. It's a bunch. And they've not gotten one to go. And normally it's the south basket that gives us heck, but I guess it's the north basket today that will be. Fortunately, we've only got to go at it for another 26 seconds.
Right.
So the inbound will come in from right. Gets it into Benally. That's Sydney Benally. She'll back it up. Then Mojica giving her a little space, a little assistance coming over from Hargrove. Then to the top of the arc, 3-ball up from right. That one no good. Battle for the rebound. Benally and Armitage battle for it. And they're going to call jump ball, and Armitage give her the rebound. And the possession goes to Hobbs.
And Hobbs just needs to try to get points in there before halftime. If they can score again once, maybe twice quickly, that's going to make them feel a lot better going into halftime. A lot to talk about and unpack in there in the locker room, and they're going to look for a great second quarter if they can
Everhart
get
and
it.
Size check in for the Hobbs Lady Eagles with just under 12 seconds to go. Toss it into Brett Clay. She'll turn on the Jets. Goes behind the back to get around right. She'll take it hard through the lane. Puts up the shot and is fouled. She'll go to the line.
Yeah,
Think they're going to get Randall on that one.
Yeah.
Wow, they're actually going to get Kaya Benally, her first personal.
And that shot hit the front of the rim, bounced back hard, but Clay a chance at the line to give Hobbs some more points. With 5.9 seconds left on the clock before half. She sinks it.
First one up for the senior Air Force signee. She's got 5 in the first half. 25-15, Hobbs back to within 10. More subs coming in for Hobbs as Navarro checking into the ball game.
And that is, let's see.
I'm screened out by one of the officials here.
It's Giddings and Randall in the front blocks for Sandia.
Second one is on the way, and Clay gets them both. She's got 6 points.
Nice.
And now Navarro will check in for Clay.
So 25-16 now. Hobbs trailing by 9, 5.9 seconds on the clock.
So the inbound awaits from right. She'll get it into Benally with 3 with 2. Hobbs wanted the carry, not going to get it. Benally to Benally, half quarter at the buzzer, no good. We have played a half a basketball from here at the pit. The Hobbs Lady Eagles trailing Sandia 25-16. We'll be back in 3 minutes for the halftime report. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball is here on Eagle 100.5.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you ready to take the next step in your education?
Look no further than New Mexico Junior College.
Whether you're just starting out or aiming to advance your career, NMJC offers top-notch programs in so many different fields.
With small class sizes and dedicated instructors, you'll get the personal attention you deserve.
Plus, our campus is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities and resources to support your learning journey.
Visit us online at nmjc.edu or stop by our campus to discover why NMJC is a smart choice for your education.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Hydrotech Services in Hobbs is seeking experienced CDL drivers to join the team. To qualify, applicants must possess a valid U.S. CDL and have a minimum 2 years driving experience. If you have a good driving record, Hydrotech encourages you to apply today at 310 Woolsey Lane in Hobbs. Hydrotech offers competitive hourly pay of $26, comprehensive insurance benefits for employees, and the advantage of being home every evening. For additional information, please contact Hydrotech 397-7741 or apply in person 310 Woolsey Lane. Hydrotech Services is an equal opportunity employer.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Back to the pit in Albuquerque, halftime of this 5A Girls Championship matchup between the Hobbs Lady Eagles and the Sandia Lady Matadors. Right now, Sandia getting the better of this one, 25-16. I'm TJ Miracle alongside Dawn Morgan, Evie Stuber in studio, engineering and producing. So not the first half the Lady Eagles wanted, but they are still in this one, Dawn.
Yeah, they trail by 9, and when you look at the numbers, you're going to wonder, it's only by 9, and that's doable. That's something that Hobbs can come back from, but let's see how they got these numbers, both teams.
All right, we'll start with Sandia. It's actually their freshman sensation, Kaya Benally, so the other Benally, as I've heard her called. She leads Sandia with 8 points, 6 points for Nadia Randall, 5 points for Audrey Wright, 4 points Sydney Benally, and then a bucket for Chloe Brown. Sandia goes 4 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half, so a perfect 100%. And I had 16 rebounds as a team. They're showing 17 in the official book, so we'll go with that one. So 17 rebounds for Sandia, led by Benally and Randall with 5 apiece. They only turned the ball over 4 times in the first half, get 15 points in the first, 10 in the second for their 25. For the Hobbs Lady Eagles, a very slow first half. Brett Clay and Kendall Cunningham with 6 points apiece. Then you got a bucket for Aliana Armitage and a bucket for Caitlin Muniz. That's it. Hobbs goes 4 of 8 from the free throw line in the first half, and they're showing 17 rebounds for Hobbs in the first half too, led by Kendall Cunningham. She had 6. So 6 of the 17 for Hobbs. 5 turnovers for the Lady Eagles in the first half. 5 points. That's it. 5 points in the first quarter. 11 in the second. They won the second quarter, but they trail by 9 on the scoreboard.
And when you look at things, they're not doing that badly. They're not turning over the ball a lot. The problem is they just haven't been getting their shots to fall. Here's how they shot for Sandia. They shot 6 of 13 in the first quarter. They shot 5 of 14 in the second for a total of 11 of 27. That's from the floor, not counting free throws. Hobbs shooting was 2 of 11 in the first quarter and 4 of 15 in the second, so they had 6 of 27 shooting.
Yeah, and just slightly over 20% when you do the numbers there.
And no three-pointers, as we talked about and noticed in that first and second quarters. We observed they had a lot of looks, so many, in fact, that they kind of lost faith in their threes, and they quit taking as many shots and their threes. And I'm not sure that is such a good idea in the long run. You've got to go ahead and go with what's working for you. And they did. They started going inside and going for inside shots rather than relying on the perimeter shooting. That started working out for them a little bit better, and they did improve the numbers. So 6 of 27 shooting for the first half. Now, as far as offensive rebounds, Sandia only has 1, and the Lady Eagles have 3. So they're offensively.
It's the defensive rebounds, though, that Sandia's killing
Exactly.
Hobbs
That's
on.
where they're denying Hobbs any second looks at the basket. And with cold shooting, what that effectively does, it turns the ball right back over there to the other team. And Sandia, it's not like they've been setting the world on fire in shooting themselves. I mean, 6 of 13 first quarter, 5 of 14. They're not even shooting 50% from the floor either. Otherwise, the damage would be worse.
Yeah, it's only about 40% from the floor in the first half, according to the official numbers. Here's the 2 numbers that stand out to me. Hobbs 0 of 10 from three-point land. 0. When was the last time you saw a Hobbs Lady Eagle team go 0 for 10 from beyond the arc? I can't remember, at least in the last 9 or 10 years, when that's happened. Sandia, though, only 1 of 11 in that first half from beyond the arc, too. And so neither team's shooting has just been knocking the lights out of the pit here. But Hobbs is going to have to find the range as we flip into the court, because really they live and die by the 3. They have an inside game. They will use the inside game, but all that is predicated on them being able to hit the outside shots, working from the outside in. That has been their MO.
Yeah, catching fire, building that excitement, and then using that, all through the full court. We mentioned at the beginning they would need to be consistent. They were going to have to bring 4 full, complete quarters, a complete game against Sandia. Well, that boat has sailed, but what they can do is come out and play with their hair on fire in the second half and fix a lot of these things. They have no place to go but up here, and we know that the Lady Eagles are capable of so much. They're capable of coming back and from slow quarters and slow and cold shooting. So that's what we want to see, of course, in the second half. Hopefully they can come out. And again, some of this is because of Sandia's a good team.
That's true.
They're going against a good team, talent, and Hobbs has not been challenged very much this season.
No, they have not.
The challenge is
Sandia
here.
Hasn't either, looking at their schedule.
True.
But this is the challenge.
The challenge is here, and they have to rise to it and above it, and they're capable of it. We want them to just come out and do that in this second half.
And while we've got a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and the New Mexico Department of Transportation providing our phone and data services here at the pit in Albuquerque this week. Remember, keep New Mexico roads safe. Don't be distracted with phone calls, texting, or talking, or even daydreaming. Many car crashes occur when the driver is doing something other than driving. Drive safe, New Mexico, from the NMDOT and the NMBA. We'll be back for the second half of action right after this. 90 seconds until we come back for the second half. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball is on Eagle 100.5.
Outlaw Grill, the perfect spot for family dinners and date nights. Craving something extraordinary? Outlaw Grill serves up delicious fire-grilled steaks, fresh seafood, and authentic Italian pasta, flavors you won't find anywhere else. Dine in or call ahead for a quick and easy gourmet meal in Hobbs, 575-392-2012, or the Eunice location, 575-942-2466. Proudly supporting Lee County athletics and academics, Outlaw Grill is your go-to for great food and community spirit. Special offer, mention basketball when you order and get 15% off your meal. Come taste the difference at Outlaw Grill today.
High school sports build character and responsibility. That's why Albertsons Market congratulates and encourages the area high school teams in their quest for a state championship, saying we're behind you all the way. You too can show your support for the Hobbs Eagles with Hobbs Eagles Black and Gold apparel. There's a large selection of Eagles shirts and caps to choose from at your Hobbs Albertsons Market. You're in for something fresh at Albertsons Market, corner of North Grimes and Venter in Hobbs.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student-athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
Pit in Albuquerque 2025 New Mexico Activities Association New Cinda Credit Union Basketball Championships. The 5A girls title tilt right here this afternoon. 25-16 in favor of Sandia. Second half getting ready to get underway with Dawn Morgan. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks so much for being with us. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing today. So the teams, they actually put another couple of minutes back up because one of their presentations went way long at halftime.
I didn't even notice what that presentation was.
It was a scholarship presentation, but it went long, and so they put another couple minutes up to give the teams an opportunity to warm up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought you were poking me for something.
Sorry about that. I was just adjusting here, and it hit you on. Speaking of adjustments at halftime. Hobbs Lady Eagles coming out against what was an extremely good defense.
Yeah,
and good rebounding by Sandia. But Hobbs, some specific things that you're seeing and thinking that Hobbs needs to adjust in order to maybe other than just, trying to get those threes to go, sinking threes, trying to get open for long enough to really hit those shots, to gauge the range and hit the shots. Keys to turning this around. What do you think?
They've got to get the Sandia defense moving. They did not do a great job of that in the first half. And to do that, you've got to have better ball movement on your own. You've got to have sharp, crisp, quick passes. You can't just kind of lollygag it around and move around. You have to be moving. You have to know where you're going. You have to get it there. And you have to get their defense out of sync so you can get the open shots and get your guards and your forwards into the lane to have open looks at the basket. They didn't do nearly enough of that in the first half.
No, I saw only a couple of times where they actually they looked like they were in charge instead of just reacting to Sandia, where they took charge and they looked like the Lady Eagles moving the ball around like they can. And before you know it, Sandia was able to break that after just one basket from Hobbs, and they need to get back to that. I think you're exactly right on that.
And it will be Sandia basketball as we start the second half. You've got Clay, Armitage, Mojica, Hargrove, and Cunningham on the floor for your Lady Eagles. Wright, Benally, Giddings, Randall on the floor for Sandia, and throwing it back door and right into the hands of Kendall Cunningham. 5th turnover for Sandia.
Her second steal.
Kendall comes in. She'll flash it hard to the hoop. A little hesitation moves. Let's Giddings flash around her, and it bounces on the front of the rim and finally goes over. Gets the shooter's roll.
She's got 8 points in the game for Hobbs.
Hobbs breaks the ice on the second half, 25-18. Hobbs trails by 7. Coming near side to Brown. Brown to Randall, top of the arc, swinging around to Benally. Armitage on her, very tight. They'll kick it back out to Randall. They're giving her room on the perimeter. They don't think of her as much of a three-point threat.
Kendall Cunningham on her.
Now Cunningham will come out on her. Then she sets a screen for Wright. Backdoor pass to Giddings. Reverse layup on the left base. No good. And Mojica will have her first rebound of the ball game. Nakaya brings it into the front court, tossing it to Cunningham. Cunningham goes against Giddings on the right baseline. Reverse layup and up and in for Kendall. She's got 10, and Hobbs back to within 5.
Ride the hot hand. Ride it.
Inbound comes to Benally as Hobbs will drop back in defense. Going with the 1-2-2 zone. Benally runs into a wall and will have to hand it off to Giddings. Giddings to Wright. Wright crosses over, takes it to the left block, and then to Randall in the deep right corner. Moving it around, Benally, head fake. She'll hippity out through the lane. She'll have to kick it out. Right side for Brown for 3. That went off the mark, and Cunningham has her 7th board of the ball game. Kendall feeds it forward to Brett Clay. Brett takes it hard to the base, but Giddings is there to push her out. To Hargrove, left corner, 3 on the way, and bang!
There we go. First 3 for Hobbs in this game.
Breaks the ice, and Coach Ketting says, oh boy, let's take the timeout. 6:16 remaining here in the third. Sandia 25, Hobbs 23. We are back in 30 seconds here on Eagle 100.5.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. For all your grocery specials, shop Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs. The best deals in fresh produce, fresh meat, and vegetables, frozen and dairy, health and beauty, and so much more. With the friendliest and most knowledgeable staff, Thriftway and La Tienda. For all your grocery specials, come on down to La Tienda, 400 East Marland, and Thriftway, 1317 North Turner in Hobbs. Best of luck, Eagles, from all of your friends at Thriftway and La Tienda grocery stores.
7-0 run to start the third quarter have gotten the Lady Eagles back to within a bucket. 6:16 remaining here in the third.
Let's make this a tale of two halves. It was all Sandia in the first half. Let's make it all Hobbs second half.
25-23. Hobbs trails Sandia. It'll be Sandia basketball out of the Lady Matadors timeout. Now the Lady Eagles go to the Eagle press. into Benally. Clay on her. Benally will just now take it across the timeline. Takes it up the right side. That's the near side from our perspective. Picks up her dribble, needs some help. Gets it to her sister. Benally goes behind the back. That's the freshman Benally losing it out of bounds, but they call it on Armitage. They say Aliana touched it last. I thought she had swatted it and gotten it off the foot of Kaya Benally, but the ref right there on top of it didn't see it that way.
Just the first foul on Aliana.
No foul.
No foul. They just,
Just
so
out
they
of
just
bounds.
said it's out of bounds. Yes.
Thought they'd force the turnover.
I thought they had too.
To Randall. Randall will throw the fastball to right between the rings. Now over to Kaya Benally. The little hesitation. Back to Randall. Takes it through the left lane and is backed out by Cunningham. Back to the freshman Benally. Ooh, a slip and slide at the elbow on the left side. Back to Randall. Randall to Benally. That's the senior Benally. 5.5 to go here in the third. Benally spins against Armitage, gets her off base, but puts up the shot. No good, and the rebound will be made by Clay. That's Brett's second. And then Benally strips it away from her from behind, feeds it forward to a breaking right. Her shot up, no good, and it'll be Cunningham with the 8th board of the ballgame. And then Kendall gets tackled by Benally. Where's the intentional on that one? They'll call the foul. They'll call the push. And they'll actually call that on Audrey Wright, her second. That one should have been an intentional. Didn't give it to her.
Well, Hobbs still has the ball, and
so give the ball back to the Hobbs Lady Eagles after the foul.
And they've got the momentum.
Yes, they do, as Armitage goes to the floor, gets tripped by Benally. No call right in front of the officials.
She keeps the ball, though, no problem.
Yep, keeps the dribble alive. Now coming to the near side with Hargrove. Kaya Benally on her. Bounce it to Clay. Clay in the left corner, takes it to the left baseline, is going to be pushed out by Randall. Now she goes around Randall, picked up by Wright, puts up the scoop, no good, and it'll be the rebound by Benally. That's her fourth. That's the other Benally, and then they'll call a foul on Hobbs. Are you kidding me? They're going to call a hold on Kendall. That'll be her third personal. First team foul on the Lady Eagles.
All right.
Just say a little questioning here going on by Coach Joey Carpenter, and I don't blame him a bit. So the inbound will come in from Benally to Benally. That's Sydney Benally on the far sideline. Brings it into the offensive zone for the Lady Matadors. Gets a screen from Randall, then takes it into the right baseline. Flashes around Cunningham. Shot up, no good. Off the tip into the hands of Armitage. Aliana drives in against Benally and then gets it swatted from behind. And Joey is asking, hey, what do we got to do to get a foul? Look at that.
Right.
Aliana was getting bodied into, shoved into a shoulder block put on by Benally, and this official hadn't called anything.
He didn't belabor the point. He just put a word, into the ref and then moved away. So we'll see what happens.
Keep an eye on it. So it'll come in to Cunningham. Kendall takes it to the free throw line, picks up the dribble, goes around, Giddings, a little underhand scoop, no good. Gets her own rebound, then gets mugged underneath. No call on the fall away. Puts up the shot. It won't fall, but she gets mugged again. I guess you're pretty much going to have a mugging, as they're going to call that one on Kaya Benally, her second personal, second team foul, and back to the line will be Kendall Cunningham. Kendall with 10 points, 50-50 from the line, 2 of 4 in this one. Lady Eagles ratcheting up the pressure here in the third quarter. First one for Kendall is up, and nothing but the bottom of the net. Hobbs to within 1. 25-24, Sandia in the lead. 4:19 to go in the third.
Keep in mind, we started after halftime. We started the third quarter at 25-16, Sandia leading.
Second
and now
one on the way is good, and we are tied. Hobbs has dug out of it what was 1 point, a 10-point hole to get it back tied once again. 4:15 remaining in the third, all tied at 25. Sydney Benally to the front court. She works against Hargrove. Little spin move, uses upper dribble in the right block. Now out to right for 3, and that one's good. Audrey Wright has her second 3 of the ballgame. She's got 8 points. Full court pressure on for Sandia. Back up by 3, 28-25. Hargrove, the little hesitation move, goes against Benally into the front court. Takes it to the right baseline, puts up the shot, no good, and they're going to call a floor foul on Benally. Hobbs wanted the shot, didn't get it. Wow, they call that on Wright, not Benally.
Yeah.
That'll be her third personal. Third team foul, and it is on the floor. That's all right.
Hargrove was looking to try to bank that off the glass, just missed.
And timeout is going to be taken by the Hobbs Lady Eagles. 3:48 to go here in the third. Sandia 28, Hobbs 25. We are back in.
I think it was just a 30.
It's on Sandia. And so
30.
it is a 30. So we'll just keep it right here and remind you, think drinking alcohol doesn't hurt you. Think again. Forget about sports. Forget about school. Forget about much of anything. Underage drinking freaks out your body and messes up your life. Think before you drink. Sponsored by the NMDOT and the New Mexico Broadcasters Association, providing our phone and data services here at the pit. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Lady Eagles 5A title on the line here at the pit in Albuquerque on KEJL, Humble City Hobbs, K263AZ Hobbs, Eagle 100.5, the Eagle 100.5 app, also on 1110 AM, Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Out of the Sandia timeout, Hobbs basketball. Clay will push it into Cunningham at the left slot. Picking her up quickly is Randall. Cunningham takes it in, gets bumped, no call. Bouncing it to Aliana, backdoor. Takes it on the baseline, puts up a wild shot, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Aliana will come up with it, and then they're going to call the jump ball instead of a mugging.
Wow.
Aliana gets the rebound. Possession arrow stays with Hobbs, but I don't know what we got to do to get a foul underneath there.
It has to be, physically somebody just taking somebody down to the floor, basically.
Yeah. As long as they're calling it both ways, Mojica gets it in right at the 5 count. Gets it into Clay. She works against Randall. Runs into the Randall wall on the right baseline. Turns around, and then they'll finally get Randall as she it was a double elbow shiver. I mean, it was WWE junk going on under there.
Yeah.
So that'll be her second personal. That'll be the 4th team foul. I mean, seriously, that was like a double axe handle shot. And so now at the line will be Brett Clay, and Brett misses the first. 28-25, Hobbs trails with 3:29 to go, but back to within 3 at one point. We're down by as much as 10.
And only one basket for Sandia here in the third quarter, but it was a 3.
Second one up for Clay is good. She's got 7 in the ball game, and she's going to stay right on Benally.
And Hobbs now within 2. With just under 3.5 left to go in the third.
Inbound comes to Kaya Benally. She'll take it coast to coast off the inbound. Puts up the scoop and gets the circus shot to fall.
And gets fouled.
Gets the and one. She's got 10 in the ball game. As they are going to call that on the push on Mojica. Nakaya's first personal. Second team foul on Hobbs, but we were expecting the Sydney Benally show. Instead, it's been the Kaya Benally show.
Right. Although Sydney is certainly, no slouch. She's been working the boards more.
The and one is
shots.
up and good. So now 31-26 to a 5-point Sandia lead once again into Hargrove. She goes behind the back against Kaya Benally, and then she'll back it across the Lobo and into the offensive zone for Hobbs. Taking it around is Hargrove, goes hard to the rack, shot up, no good. And it'll be Benally with the rebound, and then tying her up will be Armitage.
Yeah, nice work by Armitage, getting scoop, just kind of sliding in there underneath the elbows, and then getting hands on the ball. So even though Hobbs missed the rebound, but now the arrow, of course, goes the way of Sandia.
Giddings will inbound it to Benally. That's Sydney Benally with 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Just a 5-point Sandia lead. Benally to the front court. Clay on her. Tries to cross it over. Clay stays with her and then runs her over to the left elbow. Benally to Benally. The little freshman goes to the high post, puts up the runner, and it's good. She's got 13 now to lead the way. Throw the fastball down to Mojica. Mojica to Clay, right baseline. Put it up and down for Clay.
Second assist for Mojica, and let's see, that's 9 points for Clay now.
33-28, 2.5 to go here in the third. Hobbs trails by 5. Benally to the front court. That's Kaya Benally. She tries the ankle breaker. Armitage stays right with her. They'll have to feed it back out to Sydney Benally. Working on the near side. Clay giving her some room. Benally to Benally.
And Sandia not in any hurry there. The clock is their friend. They're 5 points up. They have played this game in a very unhurried fashion.
Yes, they have. Now backing it all the way up near the timeline as the Boo Birds come out in the black and gold. Benally goes behind the back. Armitage right on her tight. Now Sandia wants a foul. Welcome to our world, ladies and gentlemen.
We've been living in it for a while now.
The Benally to Benally. That's the senior Sydney Benally with it at the Lobo logo.
1:45 left in this third.
Brett with it as Benally loses it behind her back. Benally to Benally. She'll take it to the Mountain West logo. Bounces it into Giddings, who puts up the little hook shot, no good, and it'll go out of bounds. And last touch by Giddings. It'll be Hobbs basketball with subs coming in for the last 97 seconds.
Yeah.
Here of the quarter is Zepeda, Muniz, and Size on the floor for Hobbs.
Yeah, nice work underneath the basket by Kendall Cunningham, as she and Clay have been working so hard in this game.
Get the fresh legs in as the inbound will come to Clay almost at near court. She runs in and then gets knocked over by Benally. Benally touches it last as the ball goes out of bounds. What do we got to do to get a foul?
I think you've said that.
I'm going to keep saying it because I keep seeing it. So the inbound swatted away by Benally.
Still 33 to 28 the score with 1:30 on the
Brett
clock.
got pushed in the back that time and went hard to the floor right in front of the official, and they didn't call it. So the inbound comes in to Cunningham. Cunningham goes to the left baseline, has to kick it out to Size. Size moves it around to Clay. Clay against Benally. Brett will just cycle it around the other. Benally will pick her up. Now to Muniz. Works against Giddings. Top of the arc. Backs it up between the rings. 1:15 to go here in the third. Hobbs trails by 5. As Muniz around the underhand scoop, gets the roll and good. 5 points in the books. 4 points for Kaitlin Muniz.
Gets the tidy bowl roll there.
Yes, she does. 1 minute remaining here in the third. 33-30. Hobbs down by 3. Benally gets a screen from Benally. That's Kaya Benally goes in, and the underhand scoop is up and in for the Fab freshman having the game of her young life here at the pit. 35-30. Sandia up by 5. Zepeda from the right wing for 3. In and out, no good. Battle for it. Zepeda winds up with her own rebound. Her putback not going to fall, but she gets hammered.
Yeah, and that ball was deflected by Cunningham into her hands. So good work underneath the basket again. Hobbs, trying to work the boards and get that ball. And now Zepeda at the line.
Call it on Benally. That's Kaya Benally. That's her third personal. 5th team foul. First one is up for Madison and no good. Hobbs is uncharacteristically having a slow day at the line. So Kaya Benally will check out. Audrey Wright will check back in for Sandia.
Yeah, and it is Sydney Benally and Nadia Randall in the box in the front for Sandia.
Second on the way for Zepeda. The junior point guard misses them both, and it'll be Randall with the rebound. That'll be her 6th. 36 seconds remaining in the half. Benally controls it. Zepeda gives her a little room, and now she'll pick her up as she crosses the timeline right at the Lobo logo. 27 seconds to go. Coming near side to Wright. Muniz steps out on her. Wright goes behind the back looking for a little room and then backs it up again. Sandia, again, being very patient, playing for the last shot. Trying to cut down on Hobbs' possessions. Wright will take it in. Takes 435 steps through the lane. No call. And will get the bucket on the underhand scoop. She's got 10 in the ball game. Back down, and then at the buzzer, didn't have to throw that 3 up just yet, and so 0.6 of a second on the clock. Could have gotten about another 3 steps in before you launched that one. So it'll go over to Sandia on the air ball. Sandia will toss it in. Benally from the free throw line or from the half-court stripe, no good, and we head to the 4th. Hobbs trailing Sandia by a score of 37-30. We're back in a minute for the 4th quarter. Lady Eagle basketball continues on Eagle 100.5.
Conquer every challenge, from job sites to weekend adventures with SunGuard Precision's rugged truck accessories. Choose from durable tonneau covers, spray-on bed liners, and more, all designed to protect your investment and elevate performance. SunGuard Precision is your ultimate one-stop shop for all things truck. Get equipped. Get empowered. Visit SunGuard Precision today. Look for SunGuard in names and numbers and find SunGuard Precision on Facebook and Instagram.
Rent-A-Center is a proud supporter of the Hobbs Eagles in both athletics and academics. Being an Eagle fan for many years, the team at Rent-A-Center knows what it takes: hard work and dedication. For all of your furniture needs, visit your friends over at Rent-A-Center. They offer free delivery and no credit checks. Se hablan español. Let Rent-A-Center improve your home with a couple of pieces of furniture. And Rent-A-Center of Hobbs, 2404 North Grimes in the Albertsons Plaza, is locally owned and operated. Rent-A-Center supports the Hobbs Eagles and says, go fight, win.
To the pit in Albuquerque, getting ready for the start of the 4th quarter. Hobbs has chopped this lead down as they won the 3rd quarter 14-12, but they still trail by 7. They're going to have a Hobbs Lady Eagle fourth quarter if they want to hoist the Big Blue Trophy here this afternoon. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Armitage controls it on the inbound. Hobbs basketball coming near side to Hargrove. Bren works against Benally. That's Sydney Benally. Toss it in. Then they'll give it back door, give and go to Armitage over the right rim and good.
Nice.
Aliana with 4 points in the ball game. Gets it back to within 5.
An assist, I think, by Cunningham on that.
Yes, it was. To the front court comes Benally. They're going to just run slow down ball again. Benally to the right side. Armitage picks her pocket and will take it back the other way. 6 turnover for Sandia. Benally mugs her, no call. Hand it off to Cunningham. She'll take it to the Mountain West logo and miss the bunny jumper. And the rebound by Giddings. That'll be her third. Cannot have empty possessions.
No, and got to make points off of the turnovers, because Sandia is just going to slow the pace down and
Hobbs,
sit on the ball.
Hobbs only forcing 6 turnovers, and they've only gotten 5 points off those 6 turnovers. As Sandia going to play slow down ball once again. Toss it out top of the arc to Randall. Swing it over to Benally. 6:50 to go in the ball game. Hobbs trails by 5. 37-34 here in the fourth quarter.
32.
To Randall from the right wing. 3 ball up, no good. And it'll be Benally off the tip, tracking it down. That'll be her 6th rebound. And Sandia will reset.
All right, 37-32.
What did I say?
34.
Oh.
I'd like to put that. I'd like to believe that you're right.
Into the corner for Giddings. 3 ball up, no good. And it'll be the rebound by Cunningham. That'll be her 10th. She's got a double-double. 12 points, 10 boards. To Mojica. Toss it off to Hargrove. Right slot for 3. That one is off the mark and goes out of bounds. Nobody able to corral it. So give it back to Sandia. The 3-point shooting remains ice cold for Hobbs. Only 1 tray in the ball game, and that came from Hargrove in the third quarter. 5-point Hobbs deficit. Clock to 6:15 remaining here in the ball game. Kaya Benally to the front court. Leads the charge with 15 for Sandia. Benally works against Armitage. Tossing it over to Wright. Wright takes it into the right block. Spin into the lane. A little hook shot is up and good.
No, she's
Audrey
got
Wright with 12 now. Full court pressure is on Armitage. Gets it swatted away, and they're going to say Hobbs. It should be Hobbs basketball. Coach Ketting can't believe it. It's Hobbs ball.
And Coach Carpenter out there showing, hey, it tipped. It was tipped by Benally.
Into the front court. Armitage splits through 2 and then gets it kicked from behind and out.
I think that was that Randall over there.
I think it was Randall that got the hand on it, yeah.
Punched it out of bounds. It'll stay Hobbs Lady Eagles ball.
Mojica tosses into Clay. Picking her up quickly was Wright. Clay spin move into the lane. Then a fall away jumper from 15. No good. And it'll be a rebound for Benally. That's Kaya's 6th rebound of the ball game. And again, the Lady Eagles coming up empty.
Can't have empty possessions with less than 5.5 left in this game now. They trail by 7.
Randall to Benally. Benally to the Mountain West logo. Bounce it out to the other Benally. That's Sydney Benally controlling now. Hargrove on her. Reinforcements await for the Lady Eagles at the next stoppage. Benally backs it up all the way to the Lobo logo. Hand it off to her sister. That's Kaya Benally. Now coming near side to Wright. Wright using up the dribble. Benally. That's the freshman. Spin move. Mojica runs into her. Then to Randall. Got away with the travel. She drives in hard. No good. And Mojica with the rebound. Nakaya bouncing it to Armitage. Armitage reverse layup. No good. And rebound battling for it and coming away with it will be Giddings. That'll be her 4th. And then it goes out of bounds and should be Hobbs ball, but they're not going to be.
It was knocked out by Armitage.
Okay.
She was battling with Clay over there trying to control it and punched it out.
And a timeout taken by Coach Joey Carpenter. We'll just keep it right here. It is a 30-second timeout. Say a big thank you to our friends at NMAA Pipeline, Thriftway and La Tienda, SunGuard Precision, Rent-A-Center, Eunice Pump and Supply, New Mexico Junior College, Lasco Construction, DNC Electric, and Hydrotech Services, just to name a few. They make it possible for us to bring you these games here on Eagle 100.5 at 11:10 a.m., Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. Of course, here at the state tournament portion of the state tournament of the playoffs, we are not allowed to do video streaming. The NMAA wants to charge you for that, and we don't agree with that, but So we give you the audio and still available and give you the score button. We appreciate you listening and watching wherever you happen to be today.
We started this fourth quarter 37-30. Sandia leading. We're now at 39-32. Each of these teams has scored only one bucket in this fourth quarter so far. 4:39 left in it. Hobbs got to come back. It's going to be Sandia's ball, and you know that they're just going to
play stall ball.
Gonna play. That's
Hobbs
right. Hang on to it.
Hobbs has got to put the pressure on. They got to start coming after it at some point. 4.5 to go here in the ball game. A 7-point Hobbs deficit. Benally working against Hargrove. Palms it, gets away with it, tosses it to her sister on the far sideline. That's Kaya Benally. She runs in, runs out, goes around Hargrove and gets it back to her sister. Muniz will switch out on her. A little crossover for Benally, goes through the left lane, puts up the shot, no good, off the bottom of the iron and in Brett Clay's hands. The senior brings it back for the Lady Eagles, coast to coast, puts up the shot, no good, and they will whistle Randall for the bump foul. That'll be her third personal, just the first team foul in the quarter on Sandia. It's Mojica to check in, and so Brett Clay at the line to try and chop this down. Brett 3 of 4 from the stripe, has 9 points in the ball game. And misses the first one. I shouldn't have said anything. Mojica will check into the ball game. Comes in for Brent Hargrove. They're going to need the sharpshooters at some point in this one. You've got that feeling.
You got Muniz and Size in the blocks for Hobbs.
Second one is on the way for Brent, and she misses them both. But and it'll be Sydney Benally with the rebound, her 7th. Hobbs is only now 5 of 14 from the free throw line. Ouch.
Yeah, and 1 of 8 shooting in this fourth quarter.
Benally to Benally. Runs into Size, and then Clay will pick her up. Mojica will come out on the freshman. She bounces it around, gets it to Giddings. Giddings will hand it off to Randall, almost loses the ball. Then back to Giddings. She'll go in, and then they'll toss it out to Benally. 3.5 minutes to go as the slowdown game in full effect.
Yep.
The Boo Birds out in black and gold. Got to get in the passing lanes. Benally with it. And tossing it long cross quarter. That'll be Giddings, drives in, and they're going to get Kendall for the foul. That'll be her 4th personal, just the first team foul on Hobbs. So that will put Randall at the line for 2, or pardon me, Giddings at the line for 2.
But you've got Cunningham and Clay in the blocks in the front for Hobbs, so a chance to grab it and get down. No more empty possessions for Hobbs, and they've got to force some more turnovers, make points off of it.
And Giddings misses the first. That's the first missed free throw for Sandia. Until then, they were 5 of 5, now 5 of 6 from the line.
Cunningham and Sice come out. Armitage goes in, and Cepeda as well. And now it's Mojica and Clay in the blocks in the front for Hobbs.
So Giddings missing the first, eyes the second, puts it up, and that one going to fall off the side, and it'll be Brett Clay with the rebound, and then she gets hammered. They're going to call the push foul on Wright. That'll be her 4th personal, 2nd team foul. Of course, it's on the floor. Checking back in will be Chloe Brown as she comes in for Giddings. Mojica, Zepeda, Armitage, Muniz, and Clay on the floor for your Lady Eagles. Benally, Wright, Randall, and Brown on the floor for the Lady Matadors. Mojica goes behind the back. Into the high post, picks up the dribble, needs some help. Bounce pass in, and it's a bad one underneath, and stolen away by Sandia. That is the 7th turnover for Hobbs. Comes at a bad time, under 3 to go. Benally to Randall, backs it up. Muniz comes out on her. Now to Brown as Zepeda switches off, swiping at the ball. Needing it, and Zepeda gets it away into the hands of Armitage. Coming back the other way are the Lady Eagles. Armitage puts up the wild shot. Oh, they call it travel. Benally hammered her on the baseline, bumped into her, forced the travel. The Boo Birds out, and I don't blame them. It'll be the 8th turnover for Hobbs. That looked like a foul from here.
2:39 left in the game. 39-32. Hobbs trying to make up 7 points here at the end of this game.
Both teams still only with 2 points in this quarter, as the inbound is going to come to Kaya Benally. She works against Brent Hargrove. 2.5 to go. Hobbs can't let them play stall ball here.
But that's what they're doing.
You got to come after her. Hargrove working against Benally. Benally pushes off, no call, picks up the dribble, flips it out to Benally.
She stumbled forward into Hargrove.
And pushed off in the process, still no call. I guess they're saying no blood, no foul in this one. And then we'll have a timeout taken by Coach Ketting. It will be a full timeout. 2:12 remaining in the ballgame. Sandia 39, Hobbs 32. Back in 60 seconds. Lady Eagle basketball on Eagle 100.5.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you ready to take the next step in your education?
Look no further than New Mexico Junior College.
Whether you're just starting out or aiming to advance your career, NMJC offers top-notch programs in so many different fields.
With small class sizes and dedicated instructors, you'll get the personal attention you deserve.
Plus, our campus is equipped with state-of-the-art facilities and resources to support your learning journey.
Visit us online at nmjc.edu or stop by our campus to discover why NMJC
is on, but they'll get it into Randall over Zepeda. Back to Benally. Clay on her. 2 minutes to go. Benally uses up the dribble. Now to Randall in the deep right corner. To Hargrove. Bats it away, and they're going to say out off Hargrove. I thought Randall may have touched it before it went out, but the ref didn't see it that way. Of course, the lobbying firm of Ketting over there may have had something to do with that.
Brown came back in for Sandia, and I didn't see who went out.
So it'll be Sandia basketball, as that'll be Brown to inbound it. Tosses into Benally. We are under 2 minutes to play. Joey telling him, get on back here and guard to Benally, and then the reach foul going to get called on Hargrove. Her first personal, second team foul. Hobbs still with plenty of fouls to give. They're going to need to try and steal away the inbound here.
They are. The only way that they're going to make up those points, either from three-point shooting, but they're going to have to get the ball first.
Benally looks to get it in and will, and it goes off of the backboard, and so that'll be a turnover. That'll be Hobbs basketball. Hobbs gets a break. 8th turnover for Sandia. Give it to Hobbs as Cunningham will check back in for the Lady Eagles. Randall will check back in for Sandia.
Zepeda is going to come out as Cunningham goes in. Muniz goes in.
Gonna have to score quickly if you're the Lady Eagles. Size will inbound it from the left baseline, gets it into Hargrove, puts on the ankle breaker, gets around Benally. Now she'll take it, goes, and she flops to the floor, and then they're going to call jump ball, and it'll be Sandia basketball. Another turnover for Hobbs. 9th turnover comes at a bad time for the Lady Eagles.
It does, as Hargrove was dribbling, and it was almost stolen away, and that interrupted the dribble just enough to allow Sandia to get the hand on it.
And slid and went to the floor.
And knocked her head a little bit, I think, too.
So it'll be Sandia basketball as it'll come in to Benally. 1:45 to go. Benally takes it through the baseline and then swings it out too hard for Brown to handle. That'll be the 9th turnover for Sandia. Hobbs has got the opportunities here, but they've got to cash in. They have not done it yet.
No, this is a team that set the record for 3-pointers in a game.
And only one in this championship.
That's right.
Mojica stop and go and almost loses it. Has to save it to Clay. Push it to Mojica, partially blocked, and they will call the foul. Get the hack on Brown, Wright, and that'll be her 5th personal. She has to sit. And so that's right, goes to the bench with 12 points, 1 rebound.
And that means Giddings will come in, and Mojica will go to the line.
And Mojica will get 3 shots from the free throw line with 91 seconds to go. Nakaya Mojica, the senior, been very quiet this afternoon.
Kaya Benally and Randall in the blocks in the front for Sandia. And the first one's in.
First one for Mojica, as you mentioned, hits the bottom of the net. 39-33.
A nail biter here. 1:31 left on the clock.
Second shot coming from Mojica is up, and it falls off. No good. The free throw shooting woes for Hobbs continues.
6 points.
2 full possessions.
And a chance for Mojica again here.
As Mojica eyes the third one, puts it up, nothing but the bottom of the net. So Hobbs back to under 2 full possessions. Still a 2-possession ball game. Full court press is on. Benally gets it around. Two Lady Eagles with a nifty little move. Credit where credit is due. She'll put up the underhand scoop, and then she tackles Kendall Cunningham, sends her into the crowd, but they call Kendall, I think, for the block.
They do.
Actually, they're going to get it on Bryn. That'll be Hargrove's second personal, third team foul, and that'll put Benally at the line for 2.
Wow. So Clay and Cunningham in the blocks in the front for Hobbs, and now it is 39-34.
5-point Sandia lead with Kaya Benally to the line.
And a minute 22 left.
Freshman with 15 points leads everybody, make it 16 as she gets the first. Now back up to 2 full possessions for Sandia. And at some point, Hobbs is going to have to start fouling, but Sandia very good from the line. And missing that one as the rebound will be made by Hargrove off the tip from Cunningham. Hargrove to the front court, tossing it to Clay. In the right corner, Clay, the head fake, hippity-hop through the lane, puts up the push shot, no good. But Armitage will flash and get the rebound. Armitage to the right baseline, moves it back out, cycles it through, loses the basketball. Benally will steal it away, 10th turnover for Hobbs. Benally coast to coast and puts it up and in. Sydney Benally with 6 points, and that may wind up being the nail. Brett Clay to the front court, slices through the Benally sisters. She'll take it to the rack, reverse layup up and in for Brett. Brett now with 11 in the ball game, and timeout taken by Joey Carpenter. It'll be a full timeout for Joey. 48 seconds to go. Sandia 42, Hobbs 36. Back in a minute here on Eagle 100.5.
When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
The pit in Albuquerque, the Lady Eagles trail by 6 with 48 seconds remaining in the ball game. Sandia 42, Hobbs 36. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Sandia basketball. Hobbs still needs to find the three-point stroke. They got the state record to open the playoff for three-pointers in a game, but they've only gotten one in this one as Brett Clay will get the reach foul. That'll be her second personal. Fourth team foul on Hobbs.
Of course, Hobbs trying to steal the ball, force turnovers, especially when they're in there that close to their basket here in this end of the court.
All 10 players packed into the
fouls
into the Sandia defensive zone.
Yeah, fouls on the floor.
Giddings will toss it in, will get it into Brown. Brown goes to the right side and tosses it off. Wow, how was that not a foul? Hobbs is trying to foul. They're not giving it to him. To Benally, she'll spin it in. And finally, Bren with the reach foul. Her third personal, fifth team foul. But that let another 10 seconds come off the clock. They should have called that in the backcourt. I'm sorry, Hobbs trying.
Burned off more time off the clock. 35.6 seconds left now. Still 42-36. Hobbs trailing by 6.
Kaya Benally to the line where she is 4 of 5. Has 16 points in the ball game. And shot up and gets that one to go now 17. 43-36. A 7-point Sandia lead. Hobbs 25 threes in the opening round. They've been lighting it up against Carlsbad and Clovis. Second one is up and good, but only one three-pointer has gone down here in this championship game. Cunningham to the front court with 30 seconds. Kendall takes it hard to the rack, puts it up and in. And a whistle sounds timeout by Coach Joey Carpenter. 27.5 seconds to go, and that will leave Hobbs with one timeout remaining. and still trailing by 6. I don't know. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you to our friends at the coffee shop, IPS Incorporated, XL Energy, Lico, Outlaw Grill, Hobbs Rental, and Albertsons Market, making Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball possible here on Eagle 100.5 FM, 1110 AM, Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, Eagle 100.5 app. So, Dawn, there's not a lot you can do if you're Hobbs here. You've got to steal the inbound. That's the only chance you've got. And you've got to find a three-pointer. You've got to find two of them quick.
Yeah, 2 of them really fast, or,
and you're down to one timeout too.
Or hope that Sandia makes a mistake, unforced error, unforced, something, and take advantage of it.
Sandia 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Hobbs, this is a more telling stat too. Let's see, that's 5, 6, 7. Hobbs is 7 of 17 from the free throw line. That's 10 points sitting on the board, and you're trailing by 6.
But
all
a chance here.
Considered.
Still 27.5 seconds left on the clock. It will be Sandia's ball to inbound to the left of Hobbs' basket. They're in the Hobbs end of the court. They're going to look to try to steal, try to force it here.
Giddings gets it into Benally. As Armitage goes hard to the floor, Benally goes through, and Brent will have to tag her, and she does. 4th on Hargrove.
And now Sandia just holding the ball. And now they'll
go shoot free throws. They got it quick, though. It was only about 6 seconds off the clock, 5 seconds off the clock. So that'll put Sydney Benally at the line, her first trip to the line. She's got 6 points in the ball game, leads with over 20 a game, but has let her sister do the talking for her in this championship. First one is up for Benally, and it's good. Now a 7-point deficit for Hobbs.
And the clock down to 22.4 seconds left in the game as Cunningham and Armitage come out. Caitlin Manise comes in. It's going to be Size.
Carolina Size, yeah.
Size comes in. She and Clay will be in the blocks in the front for Hobbs as
Joey getting the three-pointers in there.
That's right. And Sandia pulls everybody out of the blocks just at midcourt.
Second one is up and gets them both. That takes it to an 8-point lead. 3 possessions in 21 seconds. Hargrove to the front court, crosses it over, gets a screen from Size, hands it to Clay. Clay needs to move it. We're down to 13 seconds. Clay to Mojica, and it is stolen away, and that will do it. 11th turnover, as now Sandia can just dribble this one out with 5, with 4, with 3, and Mojica tags her. That'll be her second personal, and that'll do it. Sandia will be victorious. The only question at this point is what is the final margin of victory going to be for Sandia, claiming back-to-back state titles with Kaya Benally at the line. Benally's first is up, and it is good. 19 points now for the freshman, as the Lady Eagles dejectedly walking back. Second one on the way for Benally, and that one falls off. The rebound by Clay, and that will do it for the ball game as the Sandia Lady Matadors, for the second time this season, have knocked off the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Our final score, Sandia 47, Hobbs 38. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back and wrap up this season. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball is here on Eagle 100.5.
Hydrotech Services in Hobbs is seeking experienced CDL drivers to join the team. To qualify, applicants must possess a valid U.S. CDL and have a minimum 2 years driving experience. If you have a good driving record, Hydrotech encourages you to apply today at 310 Woolsey Lane in Hobbs. Hydrotech offers competitive hourly pay of $26, comprehensive insurance benefits for employees, and the advantage of being home every evening. For additional information, please contact Hydrotech 397-7741 or apply in person 310 Woolsey Lane. Hydrotech Services is an equal opportunity employer.
The Coffee House offers a revitalizing menu of coffee, tea, and specialty drinks, just the way you like it. Enjoy your favorite drink with a whole latte love at the Coffee House. The Coffee House, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Coffee House is locally owned and operated and is dedicated to fostering a sense of community in Lee County and in the surrounding areas. The Coffee House, 1103 North Grimes.
Outlaw Grill, the perfect spot for family dinners and date nights. Craving something extraordinary? Outlaw Grill serves up delicious fire-grilled steaks, fresh seafood, and authentic Italian pasta, flavors you won't find anywhere else. Dine in or call ahead for a quick and easy gourmet meal in Hobbs, 575-392-2012, or the Eunice location, 575-942-2466. Proudly supporting Lee County athletics and academics, Outlaw Grill is your go-to for great food and community spirit. Special offer, mention basketball when you order and get 15% off your meal. Come taste the difference at Outlaw Grill today.
High school sports build character and responsibility. That's why Albertsons Market congratulates and encourages the area high school teams in their quest for a state championship, saying we're behind you all the way. You too can show your support for the Hobbs Eagles with Hobbs Eagles Black and Gold apparel. There's a large selection of Eagles shirts and caps to choose from at your Hobbs Albertsons Market. You're in for something fresh at Albertsons Market, corner of North Rhymes and Venter in Hobbs.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles! NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Post-game show as Hobbs falls to Sandia in the state title game here at the NMAA state tournament in Albuquerque, 47-38. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracles. The Lady Eagles going out and receiving the runner-up trophy and have now headed back to the locker room to clear the stage for Sandia. Taking a final look at this one, as expected, Benally is the leading scorer, but not the one we expected. 19 points for the freshman Kaya Benally.
Wow.
She led the way. 12 points for Audrey Wright, 8 points for Sydney Benally, 6 points for Nadia Randall, and then 2 points for Chloe Brown. That's all the scoring, but that's all they needed.
And
30 rebounds as a team, for the Sandia girls, and they go 11 of 15 from the free throw line.
Yeah, in fact, 6 of Kaya Benally's points were from the free throw line. She was perfect at line.
Yes, she was.
Actually, she missed one.
Yep.
She missed one of her attempts. That
Turning
was
it over for the Hobbs Led Eagles. Kendall Cunningham finishes up her career with 14 points in the ballgame. Brett Clay with 11, but then a pretty significant drop-off. 4 points for Kayslyn Muniz, 4 points Aliana Armitage, 3 points Bryn Hargrove, and 2 points for Nakaya Mojica. That's it. Hobbs from the free throw line, 9 of 19. Ouch. And here's the even more telling number, 1 of 14 from three-point land. Hard to win games that way. They win the turnover battle, they win the rebounding battle, but they lose on the scoreboard. Hobbs only led in this ballgame for the first 40 seconds of it, and just never able to quite get things in gear today, Dawn.
Yeah, they're cold shooting. I mean, when you look at it, wasn't just their three-pointers, but the number of misses to makes from the floor, way behind what they normally do. Yeah, so, you know, in the moment when it counted, they came up a little short in this game. Not what they wanted.
Nope, not what they wanted at all. Of course, even though I know it hurts right now, Hobbs finished the season at 29-2. There's still a lot to look back on. This team with a lot of accomplishments. And the seniors, hats off to Brett Clay, Nakaya Mojica, Bryn Hargrove, Kendall Cunningham, and Alana Bolton. And Carolina Size, you know, a lot of great memories for those seniors, even though it hurts right now. They'll look back and realize how truly special I think this run was, even though right now I know it sure doesn't feel that way.
No, it's got to hurt, and I think Hobbs is stunned and now starting to just feel badly for this team who was so capable, gave us so many great games, so many great moments, especially at Tasker Arena, and gave themselves great moments and great experiences, and many of them have signed to move on, to continue their education and continue playing basketball basketball at the next level, and we're very happy about that, and congratulations to all those girls who have and will sign and will be carrying on that tradition for themselves.
Yep, and of course a good foundation still to build on under head coach Joey Carpenter, Madison Zepeda, Addison Everhart, Aliana Armitage all back next year, Corelli Rivera, Areli Navarro, Kason Muniz, Katie Godwin. That's going to form the basis for the team next year. And so, still some good talent coming back, and something tells me we'll be back here again this time next year. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one as the Lady Eagles falling in the finals by a final of 47-38. Today's game was brought to you by NMR Pipeline, Thriftway and La Tienda, SunGuard Precision, Rent-A-Center, Eunice Pump and Supply, New Mexico Junior College, Lasco Construction.
I think that's...
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?